Welcome to Staying Relevant, the podcast with Sam Thompson and Peter James Wicks, two best friends who are on their quest for superstardom and fame. Excuse the noise. Pete has a dicky tummy, so if the rumbling you can hear, it's farting.
Yeah, it's not. We're in the middle of a building site. I don't rumble like a pneumatic drill, do I? I've also drawn on my trousers within 2 minutes, which is terrible. We are professional now, so there is going to be swearing and I'm going to be drinking, and if you don't like that...
You can catch our podcast every single Friday on YouTube, and you can catch it out live on Mondays.
Extra bits on YouTube.
Extra bits.
I don't know what those extra bits are, but there are extra bits.
Every single Friday, and they come out on Monday as well, live. If you want
live.
Well, it comes out on Monday first.
It goes live.
It goes live on Monday first, and you can hear it on Spotify and anywhere you get your podcasts, really. And then if you want to watch it, you can watch it on Fridays on YouTube.
So like, review, rate, subscribe, follow, just all them words, do all that.
And then if you really do feel like I talk over the guests, then please do send tips.
And it's not even just talking over the guests, you talk over me quite a lot.
And if you do feel like I talk over Pete as well, please do send tips as to how I can be better.
And this week we will be doing a poll on Instagram on whether or not you think Sam is actually any good as a podcast host.
I don't do that because you know what's... don't do that because I'm actually going to... It's going to really knock the confidence. And you know I like to be fluffed.
He does like to be fluffed, which is what Charlotte, our producer, does for him. She fluffs him. I don't fluff him because he generally makes that weird.
Anyway, what have you been up to this week, Peter?
Well, should we start with what have you been up to this week?
All right, fine. I went to Austria with Peter.
Yeah, so that's what I've done this week as well. And how was that for you?
Fucking loved it. We went out to Austria on a job. We learnt how to board.
Well, when we say we learn, we sort of carefully, accidentally on purpose fell down hills.
I don't know what that means. We basically rocketed down black runs like a couple of fucking legends.
We accidentally went down a black run the first time we've ever been snowboarding because Sam got lost because it was a whiteout and missed the red run. So in the end, he was so far down it, we had to go down the black run. So there was no, let's go down a black run. It's, fuck, we're on a black run. So, there wasn't a conscious decision to go down a black run because I wouldn't have done it because, as it turns out, I'm fucking shit.
He is terrible at snowboarding. Like, he's absolutely tossed. I thought...
No, actually, no. I'm going to stop that.
You're shit.
No. Hold on. It's actually, in comparison to normal people who have never been snowboarding, not awful, can just about stand up. Okay. Sam, slightly above okay, but still shit.
Not really. Learned how to turn, could snowplow on the board all the way down any run, made it down the
Then why
run.
didn't you?
What do you mean?
Well, you didn't snowplow down any run. You did spend a lot of time on the floor. Not as much as me, but you did spend...
Tell him about your fall.
Which one?
The big one.
How long have we got?
Tell him about the big one.
Oh, what, the one where I smashed my face head first into the snow, lost my sunglasses, lost the mic, and thought I'd gone blind. That one. I was actually, I got up from it and everyone was like, Peter, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Genuinely thought I'd gone blind. I just dislodged my contact. But for a minute, it was quite a scary experience.
It was fucking brilliant. So Pete insisted on always going at the back. And,
yes.
and I was like, I don't know, like, it really annoyed me because like, I want to watch you be shit.
But the reason I wanted to go at the back was because based on what happened on the first time we actually went down any run, I didn't want to be the one to take us down a black run because I was lost. Because it was really hard to work out where you're going because there's all these different fucking runs and directional skills are not my thing. You need a tom-tom when you're really snowboarding. To be honest with you, I turned left.
Tell him about your nose.
My nose has been broke twice anyway, so it's basically just gristle. But there was an imprint of it left in the snow. My face in general.
Hey, I was at the front of the queue, right? Just honestly carving it up. Like
Sam was on the floor at the time that I'd fallen down because he'd fallen down 20 yards in front of me. There was I was just carving it up. He was going down. I think I'd seen him go down, started to laugh a little bit, then went down myself, face first. What I have worked out is that my nose is an exceptional snowplow.
Mate, the guy came down who was with us and went, mate, have you seen Pete? And I was like, what's happened? I turned around, he's spread eagled, face first on the snow, getting helped up.
Yeah.
Getting helped up like an old man who's just fallen over. It was so, and his glasses were miles away.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, it was not a great experience for me. But we were getting taught. What I say getting taught, we had a guy called Jamie Nichols, who's a fucking really great guy. He's been to the Olympics twice as a snowboarder, brilliant. So I thought we were going to be getting taught how to snowboard. But effectively what happened was he went, right, jump up, get yourself down there. So we did that. I nearly went off a cliff at one point because he forgot to mention how to stop, which I imagine is probably the first thing you should probably learn.
No, when he said to stop, fall over.
Yeah, stop, just fall. I took that literally and just spent the majority of time falling. But actually the hardest part of it was the fact that I've been skiing before. Sam is part of, or was part of...
fuck off.
The GB ski team, apparently. So for me, when I went skiing last time, all I did was drink. That's the bit I was looking forward to. Sam didn't want to do that at all. Did you?
No, because I wanted to enjoy the experience and get taught how to snowboard. Pete had an argument with the teacher. But you're such a wanker. You had an argument with the instructor being like, well, I don't know how to stop though, do I, mate? Why are we going down these things when I don't even know how to turn or stop? And it got really awkward at one point. And then, to be fair, I feel like the teacher, Jamie, I feel like he was just so bored by the end.
Oh, so bored. And the videographer, because it was one's a snowboard instructor and the other one's a fucking Olympian. So they were having to babysit us down fucking slopes for 2 days. And it literally must have been like pulling fucking teeth out.
How much did you love me by the second day?
I think in the, 6 years that we've been friends, this is probably the most that I've despised Sam on a cellular level. He disgusted me to the point where I never wanted to see his face again. And for 2 days after, I just didn't answer his calls because I needed some time away to remember that there are some good qualities to him because I'd forgotten them all.
I had to send Pete a text message. I said, Pete, I will read you what I said to Pete. This is how angry I thought he was. I went, mate, just wanted to say what an unbelievable few days it's been. So much fun and so much banter. I'm sorry if I went too far sometimes. I hope I didn't piss you off too much. You're my best mate, and I sometimes get overly excited and annoying when I'm having a really good time. And I know I can be draining sometimes. Like, I sent a serious message to Pete when we got back because I genuinely thought our friendship was over.
And I literally looked at my phone and went, put that down.
Hey, do you know what? There was a point where Pete goes, I'm going down the slope and what I think having fun with Pete. And he turned around and went, how to ruin any semblance of fun with Sam 101. How to ruin a trip. What was it? What did you say?
How to take the fun out of everything with Sam Thompson. Because in the end it became, there was no fun involved. The funniest part for me was when Sam went to bed every night after dinner and I went out with the client, which was great. We had a great time. Talking of going out with clients, Sam did something that, considering that he is made of money, literally made of money, absolutely cake. I know he doesn't look like it, but he's got fucking money coming out of his ear rolls.
I don't actually.
So on the night, and normally Sam and I do this when we're on a job, if we go out, we will pay for dinner or whatever else for the clients. I normally just go and do it and don't say anything, and then because it gets awkward, Sam stops the table talking. 12 people there. Guys, I'll get dinner. Oh, Sam, you don't have to do it. No. No, you've been good to us. You have been really good to us. I'll get dinner. And I thought, fuck me, he doesn't even get dinner when it's just me and him. Announced to the entire table of 12 people that he was going to get dinner. Oh, thanks, Sam, you're such a good guy. I thought, oh, fair enough. So I go out to go for a cigarette. As I come back in, Sam is stood with the guy in, paying the bill. And as I walk past, the guy's gone, excuse me, sir, the card is declined. And Sam went, Pete? And I went, oh, fine, I'll get it. So I've got it. Now, for whatever reason that happened, I then go back in and everyone's thanking Sam for dinner and he didn't even tell them that I got it. So that was really useful. And then a load of people went home. So on the second night, there's only, 4 or 5 of us left? Sam goes, don't worry, I'll get this. So managed to get the £100 bill instead of the £1,000 bill from the night before, but everyone thinks that Sam paid for it. So if you were on the trip and you listen to this, I will just, what's the word? Take your thanks just, telekinetically or whatever it is.
Right, I wanted the kudos.
Yeah.
So that's like when you said everyone was talking, everyone's having a really good time, everyone's a little bit pissed.
Stop, stun, tired. Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
Everyone's like, you don't have to do it. I was like, no, I do. I do have to do it. Genuinely, you've been so welcoming, so warm. And I was like, excuse me, sir, can we get the bill, please? And he gave it to the other end of the table, didn't he? I went,
No.
We'll have
I'll
it
get
over here,
that.
please, mate. And he came and literally went, Went, the car's declined, mate. I just looked at Peter and went, save me. Help me.
So that's what we've done this week.
Well, I'm not even done.
Well, there can't be more, can there?
Yeah, there's a lot more. Pete got really fucked off at one point and stormed off the slopes and went, I don't want to do it anymore. I went, no, you guys go. I'm just going to go for a beer. And then we had a cock off where basically Pete said I bullied him. Pete went, you're being a bully.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was just telling him you shit at snowboarding.
But
right?
non-stop. And in all seriousness, and the footage of this, because we've now seen some of the footage, and I don't know if in your head now you've got a realistic idea of how bad you also were, because in Sam's head, he potentially could, he was going, another week and I think I could compete. That's literally in his head. When you see the footage, there's not any difference between Sam and I. Genuinely. Did you not think that when you saw the footage? Did you think, God, I thought I was better than
Yeah,
that?
because they used all the shit footage.
No, I don't think they did, Sam.
They used all the
You were
footage, Russell,
genuinely as bad. You were better than me, 100%. But there wasn't that much in it.
There wasn't much in it.
You weren't fucking great either.
But I was just having a bit of fun with Pete. Light banter, as I like to call it.
There was no light banter. He was going up to random people and even people that I knew when I wasn't even there going, yeah, I'm snowboarding Pete and he's shit. And it was people that were telling me, going, Sam's just been telling everyone you're really shit. I was like, why? Why do they want to know? And they were like, I don't know. It's a bit... The people were actually going to me, is he always like that? As if, like, honestly, and this is what people don't realise, is Sam is a passive-aggressive bully. Yeah, I mean, this GB, I was part of the GB ski team that you told everyone.
No, but I didn't. I didn't tell everybody. I told you in the airport.
Well,
I wasn't
of course
part
I'm going
of
to
GB.
mention that. When did this happen? Because this is another thing from you. Sam is, I like to call him Jack Anori because you're full of fucking god-awful stories that never happened. So were you part of a GB?
Basically.
We actually met a South African out there and Sam told him that he lived there.
I did live in South Africa for a bit.
Sam, you go there on holiday because family has an estate there.
No, they don't. That's a lie.
Okay, when did you live there? You were how old?
When I was like 5, we spent a year out there.
Bollocks.
So true. It's just true.
Absolute rubbish.
But I was in the airport, right? And I just off the cuff went, mate, you know when I was like a real tiny kid, I used to train with like the junior GB people. I used to like go down the slalom with them and shit. And Pete then took that throwaway comment and announced it to the entire lodge and was like, Sam thinks he's a fucking Olympic skier and he thinks he's
we were with an Olympic snowboarder. I thought they might know some of the same people.
And he wouldn't drop it. And he wouldn't fucking drop it. And then, he thought I was fucking bullying him, which I wasn't. He stormed off the fucking slopes, went, I'm going for a beer.
I was just, to be honest with you, the whole thing, I'm old and it hurt. So I just wanted a beer. Really, that's the whole point of when you go skiing and snowboarding. You don't do it because you want to do it. You do it because there's great parties and the après ski is good.
I knew at the very start when we were getting the coach to the resort, it was going to be one hell of a journey. I just knew it. We were all singing songs on the bus there. We were all having a fucking good time on the way there.
What happened was we had a private transfer because we landed in Munich to go to Austria, which confused us both. And we had to get a 3-hour coach ride with 3 DJs who were out there performing with like Patrick Toppin and people like that. So we sit on the bus, and this is midnight at this point. We're not going to get to Austria till like 2 a.m. or whatever it was. And Sam went, so should we all sing? And they all went, nope. Put the headphones in. So no one sang on the bus, did they?
They're also, when we arrived at Austria, like proper celebrities, like as legends, people noticed Pete and not me. Yeah,
that happens quite a lot.
And basically, we're banging on the side of the van, drunk revelers banging on the side of the van, Irish, going, that's fucking Pete Wicks. It's fucking Pete Wicks. I'm trying to get my head in, being like, I'm here too. I'm sat there being like, hi guys. And they go, what can I? Pete turned around to me and went, I'm going to have to open the door. He was like,
Because they were literally banging on the door, and they obviously knew it was that. And then Sam's going, don't open the door. Open the door, and obviously no one really spoke to Sam, so he put his hood up and sulked.
I didn't. It was like 1 a.m, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to let Pete have this one. I'm going to let Pete have this one.
Oh, thanks ever so much. Really appreciate that. It's all I needed at that time. Anyway, so that's what we did. We went snowboarding.
Went snowboarding, and Pete basically flirted with the client for the whole time as well.
I didn't flirt with the client.
We do this thing that's quite good. We're a fucking good double act. So I take the day, Pete takes the evening, and I'm like, guys, this can be the most amazing thing. High energy, very PG. Like, oh my God, let's have the best time. And then Pete takes some sort of like triple X style later down the line.
6 p.m. onwards, it's that's what we call Party Pete time.
Yeah, exactly. Pete is fucking boring in the day as well. I don't think anyone knows this. In the day, he sulks, he's miserable, he just wants a beer, and he hates where he is. The moment that we get back to the hotel, he's like, right, guys, rooftop bar at the hotel, should we go for it? And I'm like, I'm a bit tired, Pete. And he goes, right, okay, well, you go back to the room. So I then tag him in, and then by like 8 p.m, everyone's fucked upstairs. He's literally got everyone tequila shots. He's like, no, go on, we'll do another one. We go for dinner, everyone's on the floor, and then I make my swift exit. It works really, really well.
Yeah, it does. It does work well. I ended up in some sort of weird 90s rave in the middle of Austria, which was, and it's just so awkward for me because I can't dance. And a good friend of mine was there and dragged me to the front in, I don't know what you call it, it's like a mosh pit or some shit. Yeah. I don't know. I was bouncing around like someone had just taken their drunk uncle at a wedding. It was the most awkward thing I've ever done. Didn't know any of the words to any of the songs, and it was just very awkward, and it was very tiring.
Pete's old friend, by the way, I also know, didn't say hello to me.
Yes, she did.
Didn't say hello. I was there. She went, gave you a hug. I went, hi, and she turned her back and I went.
Sam does do this awkward thing though, because I mean, I'm quite a friendly person.
Fucking, that's a lie.
Oh, come on. I talked to it. You literally saying it when we were out there. As soon as you get to a bar, it's like if there's a bar there, I talk to everyone. Because even a couple of times when we were stopping like midway through the thing, like you'd be like, why is he surrounded by guys from Wales all just fucking talking random shit? But I just end up talking to a lot of people. Sam then just makes everything awkward.
No, I don't. I just want to get involved.
No, but your social awareness is zero.
No, it's just I see you having fun. I want to be part of that banter.
But it's because I'm having fun because it's without you.
Yeah, but then I come in high energy and it like disrupts the equilibrium a little bit.
Yeah, because everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Anyway, we tried to go up a T-bar.
We broke the lift because Sam didn't do what he was supposed to do, was told he didn't do what he was supposed to do, and then proceeded to tell everyone that was waiting, including families, to try and get up the mountain, that it was all my fault, despite it being Sam's.
We were holding onto the T-bar while it was dragging us up the fucking thing. Yeah. And he was going, just let go. Just let go, Sam. Just fucking let go.
I'm pretty sure I pulled my arm out of my socket at that point.
And then we slid down to the bottom with families waiting. And I went, I'm so sorry, everyone. Pete's fault.
What we also discovered, whilst we're the last thing on this, is that Sam's actually quite a nasty person.
Oh, fuck off. Don't be like that.
There was a point where, and even, this was noticed by a number of people, there was a point where we were asked to do a jump. Yes, that's right, a jump, based on the fact that we had been snowboarding for a period of 4 hours. Now, there was people that could actually ski and snowboard who wanted to do this jump. Obviously, we were having to try and film this. Now, Sam had tried the first time and didn't make it to the jump. I tried my time, didn't make it to the jump, let alone get to the jump and try and jump. We couldn't get to the jump.
He was so annoyed at this point as well.
So then, people trying to queue up. Understandably, we've got to try and create this content, so we're trying to let people go through and all that. But there's some good skiers, and they're going around and doing whatever they're doing. And at the top, we were waiting by the jump at one point, and this guy who'd been around a couple of times, and I'd spoken to him a little bit at the top, just going, go on, mate, you can go forward. Really nice person, really nice guy. Sam then watches his jump and goes, well, that was shit, really loudly to someone he doesn't know. And everyone was like, fucking hell, Sam, it's a bit harsh. He went, no, he told me to hurry up there. And I went, are you sure? Because he was a really nice guy. Going, lads, this is, he was a really nice guy. As it turns out, he'd actually said good luck to Sam. Sam had then decided that he hated him and started shouting, you're shit, as he was coming down the thing.
Well, that's a true story.
Even the client was like, he's a bit out of order, isn't he?
I couldn't understand why everyone thought I was such a knob. I was like,
Quite
no, he came for us first.
Quite a nasty guy. Anyway, that's enough about Austria.
Fucking sick, mate.
Opening conversation has just taken 40 minutes.
Just sort of as like a side note, because I feel like Austria was actually kind of like we both did that. We both lived that together, like a couple of legends. We came back from Austria. And I thought you'd sort of like hibernate away. I thought you'd be like, you know what, I don't want to see the light of day for ages. I got on my Instagram account. He's at an Elton John concert. He's got those big fucking glasses on and a furry scarf. And he's screaming at the top of his lungs, hold me closer, tiny dancer. And he's got the phone up like that. He's got the fucking glass on. Down the highway. And I couldn't believe who the fuck I'd just seen. I've never seen a man so happy in my entire life. He's got the goggles on. He's got the scarf. He's hugging people. He's like got his arm. You need to go to more festivals and concerts, mate, because whatever the fuck.
I don't like people.
No, I'm sorry. You had your arm around this girl, not like in that way, as in like in a friend way.
My manager.
And you were literally like, come here, love. Hold me closer. Isn't this fun? Tiny dancer. Look at us. We can't even sing. We're trying. Tiny dancer. We're really living in the moment. It was sickening. It was fucking sickening to see you as happy as you were there.
So, see what I mean? Puts me down. It was fucking brilliant. Elton John farewell tour. I was supposed to go a couple of weeks before, but couldn't because I had something else on and I was absolutely gutted. So, Gemma Wheatley, who's my manager, managed to get tickets again. So, me and Gem went. She loves Elton John. I love Elton John. So, we had an absolute fucking blind up. Probably one of the best days I've had in a long time.
Straight after Austria as well, so...
I really needed it to pick me up from all the self-esteem issues I had following 2 days with Sam. But it was so good. But it does lead on to my Stay Relevant story, so actually that's a good little segue from you.
Go on in.
Unintentionally, obviously, because segues are not your thing for anyone that...
Actually, I've got a fucking segue, so that's a lie.
Go on then.
Well, I don't have it here, do I? Got a roll on it.
No, you're talking about the rolly thing
Yeah.
you lean on.
Balance, mate, is key. That's why I'm so good at snowboarding.
Yeah, terrible. That was a real dad joke, that one.
What?
That was a bad joke.
What, the balance?
No, the segue joke.
I've got a segue.
Yes, but that's not what segue means in terms of what we're saying here. Segue is linking into something else. I'm right here, aren't I?
Go.
Yes.
I
checked that before.
Shoot from the hip.
Take the
What do you have to say?
So my Stay Relevant moment, it involves, you'll be quite happy with this, you might be able to put this on Sam T Footy, your little blog. I had a fairly embarrassing moment.
After Austria, they're not in short supply.
In Elton John. Yes, I did have glasses on and a feather boa. Not that I'd taken from home. They were Dinelli's. No, they weren't Dinelli's. They were in the box, so the big sparkly glasses and all that. I went for a piss. A guy in there, really, really drunk. So I'm there. I've had a piss and I'm washing my hands. And then there's a guy at the urinals and I hadn't really paid attention. There's another guy walks in. Look at you, mate, with your feather bowing on.
It's about you. Are they talking to you?
Yeah, this guy. So I've looked across thinking, knobhead. And he's gone, you look like footballer. He went, "Wait, Declan Rice." So I thought he was saying I look like Declan Rice. So I went, well, the difference is, mate, I'm better at football than Declan Rice. The annoying and weird thing was actually at the urinal was Declan Rice's brother. The other person at the urinal, and he went, "All right, mate." And I went, "Yeah." And he went, "Declan Rice's brother, you're not better than him." I went, "Oh, yeah, no, I was just joking. Going back to the box and tell my manager this, and she went, my manager's husband is a massive sports writer for Daily Midday, follows the England squad, does everything. So anyway, tell her this. She's FaceTimed her husband to tell him this fucking story. As we're doing that, Declan Rice actually walks past and goes, "All right, mate."
Oh, no.
With his brother, and I'm, "All right, Declan, it's so nice to meet you. So, how are you? You okay? Have fun in the toilet?" "Yes, thank you. Yeah. Have a good night. Bye, Declan."
So I'm so confused. I don't even know what's just happened there. So you're having a piss. Guys walked in.
And then shouted Declan Rice, presumably because he saw Declan Rice, thought it was Declan Rice and it was actually his brother. But I thought he was calling me Declan Rice. Just went, "No, Declan Rice is shit."
Oh, no!
Declan Rice is shit. And actually, as it turns out, it was Declan Rice's brother who then told Declan Rice, who then went, "All right, mate."
I love Declan Rice as well.
Really nice guy, actually. Quite tall, taller than I thought.
Yeah, big boy.
All right.
Very tall. He's a unit.
So yeah, that was a little awkward moment for me. Me trying to be funny and actually just sticking me, punching myself in the dick effectively. So your staying relevant moment for the week is interviewing the Jonas Brothers.
Yes.
Do you know what? I did see something about this. So to be honest with you, I've obviously heard of the Jonas Brothers, but no idea what the fuck they do. Sing, yeah?
Yeah, they're fucking huge. Big stars. So they come in and we have a light conversation. And there's not much chat going on at this point. I'm a little bit nervous.
Well, can I interject here? Because are you going to tell a different story, or are you going to tell the one that surrounds you offering Chelsea tickets to someone?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to tell this story?
Yeah, because you're going to butcher it, and
Okay.
it's not actually as bad as what you're going to say it is.
Strap yourselves in.
I basically brought up my colonoscopy to the Jonas Brothers.
Why?
Because he had said, and this is why it was a fine thing to say, because he went, because they just got their Hollywood Hall of Fame star on the sidewalk. And
Do they have individual ones?
Yeah,
or
they
is
do.
So even the third
Even
man-
Kevin. And so Nick then went, I actually invited my GP to my Hollywood Hall of Fame launch, the opening of it. And I went, oh, that's interesting. Well, I don't know, this is the point. I was like, that's a weird thing to do. But to be fair, when I got a colonoscopy, I offered my season tickets to my doctor. And then my doctor turned around to me and went, hey, mate, take me for dinner first. I've just been up your bum. And then that's where I lost him. I didn't lose him at the colonoscopy bit. I lost him at the second bit where my doctor said, I've been up your ass.
Okay, so let's delve a little bit further into this, not like your doctor did. The Jonas Brothers, great, very relevant, interesting, I'm sure, but I don't care. Why? At what point were you offering tickets to the doctor? When he was inside you, or after when you were having a cuddle?
No, so as I was getting wheeled out after he had been
Wheeled
inside
out?
me,
How
yeah.
far in did he go that you couldn't
Fucking
walk?
high, right to the small intestine. Basically, I was like, I'm a bit nervous to have this. And he was like, you can have gas and air, which no one wants, they don't do anything. And basically you can feel everything. Yeah. And I was like, no, I want you to give me the maximum level of drug you can give me that is legal. And he was like, okay, I'll fill you up. He gave me all the morphine and I literally was like, oh. And apparently...
Again, what is that noise down to?
Yeah, because I was making noises whilst he was doing it. And I was like that. And he went, cough. And I went, ah. And then he went in, I went, oh, and then it just got, sorry, I'm getting really deep here, but like it.
Not as deep as he went, by the sounds of it.
But it was really, I basically, long story short, I actually fucking loved it and I didn't want it to finish. And then when I was actually watching the screen, which is fascinating, I was literally like, oh my God, look at my stomach.
Fuck me.
And then he wheeled me out and that's when I went,
Why
mate,
did he, what do you mean wheeled you out? What, actually
into the recovery room? What actually does happen is you're shitting everywhere apparently, and you just don't know because you're so fucked up. And literally, I was just pooing all over the gaff. You're farting. You're literally like, blah. And sorry, this is very intense. But like, basically, as I'm getting wheeled into the recovery room, I literally went, mate. Oh, and you look like a football fan. I was like, take my season tickets. He's literally just like, mate, buy me dinner first. I've just been up your ass. And that was it. That was a story that I told the Jonas Brothers. Not like that, to be fair.
And have you been out on a date since, or was it just a one-night thing?
No, but he texted me today.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
What
you haven't heard from you for a while. How are you?
Excellent.
He's a really good lad. I call him Dr. Gastric in my phone. But anyway, yeah, it was a really good time. Really good time.
Excellent. All right. Well,
and then actually Nick, and I don't know whether he
was Nick there as well?
No, Nick, when I explained to him, when he even mentioned the Jonas Brothers, he went, but you didn't think you'd be sitting here opposite the Jonas Brothers telling us stories about your colonoscopy. I was like, well, now you've said it, mate. No.
Did you tell them that full story like that?
Not like I just told you, but like a little bit.
Yeah. So you sort of, and this is your job, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, time for the sidebar of shame.
But you don't have to sing it because we have a jingle.
We have a jingle, but it's not as good as that.
Yeah, sidebar of shame.
Sidebar of shame.
It's the sidebar of shame.
Yeehaw! Right, so I'm going to take control of this one if you don't mind. Oh, instead of talking over Pete, give a shit, because I'm going fucking A100 on this. So,
what does that even mean?
As I am trawling through the Daily Mail online, right, trying to find something of interest for our listener, I stumble upon a fucking gold mine. And when I say gold mine, I mean, a Pete Wicks. The only way is Essex. Fucking gold mine.
Come on then. Give it to me.
Pete Wicks embroiled in new TOWIE feud as his former co-stars brand him fickle. Pete Wicks got absolutely fucking torn apart by his ex-TOWIE cast members who absolutely mugged you off so hard. And it's on every publication. The Sun, The Daily Mail, OK Magazine, Mirror, Digital Spy, Independent, Closer.
Go on, keep going.
Right. I'm going to tap on the Daily Mail one. He shockingly quit The Only Way is Essex this year after rising to fame on the show back in 2015. And Pete Wicks' departure decision doesn't appear to have gone down well with his former castmates, who appeared to further spark a feud this Wednesday. The reality star, 38, was allegedly branded fickle as Saffron.
Right, for a start, you've made that bit up. You thought no one was going to notice that. See, everything he does is just a slight edit to it.
The reality star, 34, was allegedly branded fickle as, here we go, Saffron Lempieri, Junaid Ahmed, Chloe Brockett, I know who Chloe Brockett is, Elmer Pazar, and Harry Durbridge had their say. Now, during the chat with The Sun, the quartet explained that they felt Pete was getting too big.
Quartet, despite there being 5 of them.
The quartet explained that they felt Pete was getting too big for his boots as he's been focusing on other projects, including some with Made in Chelsea. That's annoying, they reference Made in Chelsea. With Sam Thompson. This is where the quotes begin.
Oh, well, we like the quotes.
To disrespect the show that made you, I just think that's wrong, Harry explained to the publication.
Who explained that?
Harry Durbridge.
Right, yeah.
Explained to the publication, appearing to reference Pete's recent comments when he said the cast members were fake fucks. Talking to the publication on Wednesday, the quartet all appeared to have, and I quote, bitter feelings towards Pete. Despite sharing that she'd always gotten along with him, Chloe then completely changed her tune, declared that there was no need for him to disregard the ITV show that was good to him. Taking a less, this is my favourite bit, taking a less diplomatic response, Saffron slammed that she ain't interested if he was ever to return to the show. Making a dig at his friendship with Sam Thompson suggested it's helping him stay famous.
I mean, that part I have to completely agree with.
He said he could be a bit fickle. Wherever you go, TOWIE's where you started. Harry echoed this, sharing that he was disappointed over the way in which Pete spoke about the show. His comments appeared to reference recent reports that Pete was over the reality series, alongside his remarks about being fake while referencing on the podcast Saving Grace.
Now, the biggest problem I have with this is that I haven't disrespected the show at all. Haven't said anything about the show. We've said repeatedly, a number of times, we wouldn't be anywhere without TOWIE, without Made in Chelsea. We wouldn't be doing what we do. What I have disrespected is those dickheads. So actually, it's not the show. It's not the show that I'm disrespecting. The show is a great show, has been for a long period of time, and I owe an awful lot to the show, and I love the people that make the show and the people that work behind the cameras. It's the people on the cameras that are a problem. So, actually, no, I haven't disrespected the show. Show's great. Love the show. It's you lot. Saffron, I think, was having a bad day that day. Because I also then looked up TOWIE after I was sent this by my PR people, and she has, that day, she's revealed a new feud with 3 other people. But the point of what I had said on Grace Barry's podcast, which, by the way, was months ago, I think it's,
they've been holding it in for a while.
4 or 5 months ago. And I know how this works. What happens is they do a press day for TOWIE. And journalists will bring up things that have been said over the past however long. When they have these days, they'll bring up these things that then create these big things. So from that day, Saffron's, obviously said a number of things about different people, which leads into what this whole podcast is. It's a way to stay relevant, isn't it? That's purposely what people do, is that as soon as you have a feud or a little dig at someone, there's going to be articles. There is going to be articles about what I've just said here. And then it will be, I've expanded the feud and I've done whatever else. I actually got asked a right to reply from this. So when they do news articles, but I saved it. I saved it to say it here because that way we get press for our podcast. So thank you all for slagging me off. I haven't disrespected the show. I think the show is fucking great and I owe an awful lot to the show. I wouldn't be in a position where I get to go and do some amazing things if it wasn't for TOWIE.
In Austria.
However, I am no longer contractually obliged to tolerate you. So I don't have to do that anymore. So thank you for making us relevant again.
That is absolutely wild. Wild.
It is mental. But you know what it's like? You know, like over the years, and this is what happens. You get certain people on reality TV, and you'll know this as well. When you do different shows, you have different people that bring storylines and different people that have, go on to do other things. And my reasons for leaving TOWIE is that I've just done it for so long, and I don't have as much a connection with any of the cast anymore. The slagging off the show is complete bollocks. It's what happens is when you do these shows is you have people that are used by producers and by other people to stir the pot. I like to call them ladles. Because what they do is they are never the soup, but they are there to stir everything. It's like never the bride, always the bridesmaid. So every show, you have a number of people within a cast, and you have the people that bring storyline and the people that people are very interested in, and you've got the people that go, oh, what's that one's name? I'll tell you what her name is, Ladle, because they're the ones that are used to just stir the pot a bit. And every show needs that. You need that sort of stuff.
Is there a chance of Pete Wicks going back to settle scores?
No.
And if you do, can I come?
No, listen, it's not a fucking feud, is it?
Let me come with, just humour me. We turn up, motorbike, sidecar, right? Visualise it, okay? You're on motorbike,
yeah.
I'm on sidecar, goggles, headgear, we're going down Brentwood.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that says I'm really angry than walking into a row with goggles and headgear.
Stroll in. I'm next to you, so I'm your side piece, because that's always what happens. Basically, if there's ever an argument on reality TV, there's the two people who are having the main argument, and then their pals, their backup, if you will. So you walk in.
I'd ever take you as backup.
Oh, fuck off, mate. Mate, I'll give them a tongue lashing, and I'll be your lackey. So I'll take out their lackey, and it'll be you on her, right? And I'll come in with a stay out of it, just fucking stay out of it. You don't know what you're talking about. And then you go in with I didn't want to have to come back and say this, but you fucking did this 3 years ago, and don't think I haven't fucking remembered it.
But I don't remember anything anyone's ever done.
TOWIE, if you're listening, get us in.
So yeah, I mean it's big,
huge news. Huge news.
What a way! I think we haven't really got in touch. I think that's enough sidebar of shame for this week.
Oh, absolutely. You got slagged off good and proper.
I did. It's I mean,
tell you what, definitely watching TOWIE this season. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Staying Relevant with Pete Wicks and Sam Thompson. You can check us out on YouTube every Friday. This comes out on every single Monday on Spotify or any platform you listen to your podcast. We're a couple of legends. Pete is very angry right now, but...
Is he?
Pete is very relaxed.
Hi, Ed.
Pete is very relaxed right now. And it's been a pleasure.
Follow us on Instagram at Staying Relevant Podcast. Search us on YouTube for Staying Relevant Podcast. On TikTok, we are at Staying Relevant Podcast. I think you get the drift. See you next week.
Right, so I don't know how this is going to go, but we've actually just finished the podcast, but I've just dragged every single person back in here. Told everyone
to go.
I know, but I told everyone to turn the cameras back on because I've just been tagged in something that is possibly the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And I say we, it's got nothing to do with me at all.
Do you all know what's happening?
Here we go. Ready? This is Carol Vorderman being asked a question from a lady called Holly Vlogs.
So basically, do you know who Pete Wicks is? Yes. Okay, so obviously, yes. He's gone on a podcast. He says he wants to be one of your men. So I reckon.
Go on, Vorder.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
Is that official now?
Yeah. Well, you got.
Yes, Carol, it's official.
At least.
God,
Everyone in makeup, because they said it on their podcast, Staying Relevant.
That literally came through just now. I don't know what the audio is like, but basically a lovely lady called Holly was asking Carol Vorderman and said, I don't know whether you've seen... Well, first of all, she goes, do you know Pete Wicks? Firstly, she knows Pete Wicks. So she obviously has looked at you before, right? Secondly, with that in mind that she knows who you are... Holly went, would you like Pete to be one of your men? And she said yes. Carol Vorderman has just said you could take her on a date.
Carol, let me know when you're free. I can't wait so we can talk maths we can then have a really good night on tequila and wake up in the morning and I'll make you breakfast.
How? Okay. Can we get Carol Vorderman into the podcast?
All right, yeah, Carol, if you would like to come and be a guest on the podcast, then please, we'll class it as a first date.
And do you know what, Carol? We'll talk about like above brow stuff. We'll talk about like maths. We'll talk about all the stuff you're doing for kids at schools. We'll talk about politics because she loves
Pride
talking
of
about
Britain.
politics.
She always hosts Pride of Britain.
Yeah,
we like Pride of
exactly.
Britain. We love Pride of Britain. Go to that every year. We can talk about all that sort of stuff, and then afterwards, me and you can go out.
We'll go out. No, I'll come with. We'll go out. We'll go out.
Don't think you were mentioned.
Yeah, I wasn't. But I don't even think my name was mentioned. But the podcast was mentioned, and that's what matters.
You weren't mentioned.
Yeah.
Then we can get to know each other after.
Carol, please.